Would you recommend treating your room? Yes. The thing with your like this is something I always say to people is you are only as good as what you can hear, right? So what matters is how good your ears are. Obviously, if you've got great ears and you can hear great, and you've trained your ears, and you know you're experienced with sound, brilliant. But it doesn't matter how good your ears are. You'd have the best ears in the world, but if you're listening to something that isn't right and isn't accurate, then what goes in here, it doesn't matter how good these are. What goes in isn't correct. Um, so your room is massively important, like ridiculously important. It's the most important thing of everything, because I said this in an interview. I did an interview recently with Trinov. I say in this interview that you could have the best pieces of equipment in the world, but if your room isn't right, they're no good. Because the reason for that is because you can't make the correct EQ adjustments. You can't make the correct compression adjustments. You can't make 100% correct adjustments because you physically are not hearing them correctly. I got a friend of mine who recently had a brand new studio built, and he got some Ex Machina speakers installed, and lovely studio. Sounds amazing. Um, he spoke to me a little while ago, and he said to me, "Paul, my mixes are so much better." I said to him, "What do you put that down to?" He said to me, "It was the speakers that you recommended me." We use the Ex Machina pulsars in our mastering studio, so we recommended these speakers. He said to me, "Is the what I am hearing is so much better." I said to him, "Yeah," and also putting those into this beautiful new room that you've got. You're hearing things in so much more detail. And he said to me, "Yes, it's like taking cotton buds out of my ears. I now technically hear in like high definition to my ears." Um, and this is what is so important when it comes to actually what you are hearing. Because just think about it. If you're not hearing correctly, then everything what you are hearing is wrong. So you're making the adjustments based on what you hear. So what comes to your ears is what you're physically making the adjustments based on. So what goes in there must be correct. And that's why, we've spent a lot of money here on building a room that is 100% accurate. We've installed a Trinov, and we've got an amazing system here, because we need to physically hear sound so accurately. And that's why people pay us for these services, because they don't have accurate rooms, and it's a lot of guesswork for them. Is it correct? Is it not? And it's like, well, what's like, things like, is there too much sub? Is there too much of this? Is there too much weight in the low end? And it's like, right, well, how accurate is your sub? I haven't got a sub. Well, then how? It's guesswork for you. So, to answer the question, I mean, how important is a room that is acoustically treated and is correct? Is highly important. It is really, really, really important. I put it at number one importance over anything else, because let's face it, you have the best things in the world before it, but if what's coming to these ears isn't correct, then you're not making the correct decisions on those pieces of equipment.